Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah, okay. Sit in Sukhasana position. Hands in Dhyana Mudra. We'll do a starting prayer and then loosening practices. Then we'll do few rounds of Chandra Namaskar and also some rounds of some asanas we'll do, and we'll clarify all the doubts. Whatever you have to ask all your doubts. Anything that you want to know or any practice that you want to see how it's to be done, all those queries you have to ask. Okay? Unless you ask, it's difficult for me to understand what's there in your mind. So first we sit with the Sukhasana, back straight, hands in Dhyana Mudra. With an in-breath, take both the arms over your head, join at the top. With an exhalation, bring the arms to the heart center. So where is the heart center? Heart center will be here, below the throat chakra. Okay, close your eyes, take an in-breath. Together. Sanghachadvam samvadadvam samvo manamsi janatam deva bhagam yadha purve sanjanana upasate sanjanana upasate sanjanana upasate. Om. How to bring the hands down? So inhale, take the hands straight up through the center, straighten the elbow, and while exhaling, bring the hands down, making a good circle. Bring it to Dhyana Mudra. So always do Namaskara Mudra like that. Don't take directly to Namaskara. So while inhaling, how to do Namaskara Mudra? Inhale, take your hands up. All the fingers should be together. See, don't keep the thumb separate. Keep all the fingers together. Don't spread it. Keep it together. And then exhaling, bring it back through the center. And when you return it, it has to be the same way. With that, Namaskara goes up, and then while exhaling, bring it down. That's how you have to do Namaskara Mudra while going and coming. Okay. Now we'll do the loosening practices. So first, what do I say? Take the legs in front, keep your hands behind. Then shake your legs a little time. Gently shake it. So this is the starting point of loosening practices. So I'm going slow so that you can ask questions or any doubts you can clarify. So after some time, you have to keep the legs together. Okay, the hand will remain there only. There is no need for changing the hand. Now inhale, stretch your toes forward. You can see all the fingers are stretched. Exhale, pull your toes towards the kneecap. Inhale, front. You can see that stretching. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, front. Exhale, back. Inhale, front. Exhale, back. One more. Inhale, front. And exhale, back. Now rotate the feet. 1, 2. See how I take all the sides. 3. So you have to take sideways, other side and all. 4. Make good circles. 5. Now change your direction. 1. Beginning. 2. 3. Take it all directions. 4. Come here, come here. 5. So 5 rounds plus and minus. Then inhaling, keep your hands side of your body here. On the exhalation, can you come here? Exhalation, bend the left leg, catching the shin bone, try to touch chin on the knee. Release that leg. Bend the other leg. Release. Left. Release. Right. Release. Left. 3 times each. release, right, and release. Now bend your left leg and interlock your fingers below the thigh. Keep it close to the body. Your leg should be close to the body. Then inhale, stretch the leg up. Exhale, bend it. You saw that? Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bend. Keep the other leg straight. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bend. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bend. One more. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bend. Then release that leg. Bend the other leg. Where should I catch? Catch close to the knee. Okay. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bend. So one common mistake I'll tell you. What people do is like this. Inhale, stretch. They'll do like this. So this is a wrong practice. So try to keep the hand close to your body. Stretch the leg only. 2, down. 3, down. 4, down. One more. 5, and release that leg. Right leg is over. Now left leg fold, cross over the right thigh. Catch the toe with your right hand. Rotate your ankle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ulta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then keep that leg Padmasana. Where is Padmasana? Will come to the navel. So the heel will come to navel. See, heel will come to navel. Hands at the back. Flap your thigh, left thigh. Yeah, you don't have to stretch. Just relax. No, stretch, relax, bro. Don't tighten. 2. Where is the action? Action is happening here, no? 3, 4, 5. Now hook the toe with that hand. How to hook the toe? No, hooking you have to learn. See, there are 2 fingers. Which are the no. Wait. Then insert between the like this. Insert between the first 2 fingers. Hold it and stretch it upward with an inhalation. Try to straighten the knee. 1. Straight ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Try ಮಾಡಿ. 2. Don't pull back. Extend your arm forward. 3. Now ಕೈ ಮುಂದೆ ಹಾಕಿಬಿಡು. 4. Don't shrink it. 5. Exhale, keep it down along with the hand. Okay, now change. Right leg fold, cross over the left. Catch the toe, ankle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ulta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now Padmasana. Close to navel. Navel kade varu. Then keep your hands and shake. Back side kai. 1. Gradually your thigh should reach the mat. 2. Breathe normally. 3. So you can feel the pelvic joint, knee joint, all these are loosening. 4. 5. Now hook that toe. How to hook these 2 fingers? I told you, no? Technique is there for everything. Inhale and stretch it. 1. Try to straighten your leg. 2. Your right leg with your right hand. 3. Not the other hand. Sukeshi. 4. And 5. Exhale. Keep it back along with the hand. Now fold both the legs to groin. Catch both the toe from the bottom and start butterfly. Here, if you sit like this, gone. Your back pain will start. If you sit like this, the back pain will not come. Otherwise, guarantee back pain. Because what I'll tell you what you're doing. If you do the lower back, it will start bulging. Because if you do like this, that will damage the back. So keep your chest in front and do. Tanmay and all, you're not able to understand what is happening. First, straighten the back, Tanmaya. Straighten your back. Keep pumping for a while. After some time, release the legs, both in front. Keep your hands behind your back. Keep your leg relaxed. Don't tighten the legs here. Then Put your chin down. Close your eyes. Neck rotation. 1. Inhale and exhale within one circle. 2. You have to feel the neck while rotating. 3. 4. 5. Opposite side. 1. 2. 3. 4. One more round. 5. Now in this common mistake, some people do like this. See, now I'll show you a common mistake. Okay, like this. What is the mistake in that? In mistake adarli? Rotate agalla. That is called chin rotation. Now you can see that is chin rotation. See, chin is going sideways. See, from here, chin illoitu. So that's called chin rotation. Now I am making a circle with the chin. That is not neck rotation. Neck rotation is from here I have to tilt. Idara. Chin will remain in center in neck rotation. So put like this. Tilt, touch the ear, go back, touch the hair. Then tilt, touch the ear, kano, keys touch madbodu, and then come back. See how difference. If the chin is moving up, chin mele hogta ide, and chin is moving down. You see, the chin makes one trajectory which is up and down. The trajectory of the chin is up and down in neck rotation, not circle. That is chin rotation. So try to rotate your neck, tilt the head, tilt, tilt, tilt. That is called neck rotation. So your chin will make one line trajectory. Then keep your legs together. See, now the back has to come forward. Hands rowing position. So inhale first. Exhale, go down. Inhale and pull back. Rowing. Exhale down. Inhale back. Exhale down. Inhale back. Exhale down. Inhale. One more. Exhale down. Inhale back. Opposite side. 1. Ulta side. 2. 3. 4. One more round. 5. Okay. So what is over? What is that called? Nauka Chalana. Nauka means boat. Then spread the legs. So you have to make a good angle. So see, how did I adjust the angle? After keep the leg a little adjusted. So the body has to come front. Chakki Chalana agudu. The body should be in front. Don't do Chakki Chalana from here. Bring the body in front. Interlock your hands. Take an inhalation. Then exhale, go to one leg. Till the middle exhale. Inhale, come back. 2. 3. Yeah, making good sweep. 4. 5. Whatever possible you have to do. Reverse. 1. 2. 3. 4. One more. 5. How many rounds? 5 plus 5. Agoitala. So Chakki Chalana over, Nauka Chalana over. Then fold your legs. So 3 positions are there. What are the positions? This is called, what is the name? Sukhasana. One leg, if you keep one leg, what is it called? Anybody? What is it? This man? Anshuman, what is one leg called?
Siddhasana. There's something I know.
Something asana? No, something asana. It is called Siddhasana. Siddhasana. Some people call Swastikasana and all. It's okay. One leg up is Siddhasana. So this is Possible for everybody, no? Everybody this much is possible. Don't, no problem. Padmasana not required. Then hands on the eyes. Open the eyelid. Full open. Rotate the eye. 1, 2. Full corner you have to look. 3, 4, 5. Opposite. 1, 2, 3. Show me looking. You are not able to do properly. 4. Niddana hogi. Niddana nodi. 5. So what you do? Turn madi. Turn. Open your eyes. Look at this wall, side wall. Look ground here. Down, down. And look left. Look up. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Look like that. Slow, 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 slow ಮಾಡಿ. Look up, look up, look up. Look left. Wait, 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 wait. Look up. Wait, look up. Look left, left. Look down. Look right. Wait, wait. Up. Wait, wait. Left. Down. Right. Wait. Up. Left. Down. Right. And now continue. Slow, slow. Left nodilla. Down nodilla. Speed ಬೇಡ. No speed. Speed is not required. Open the eyelid. Eyelid open. Look right. Up. Wait, wait, wait. Left. Down. Like that look. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Slow, slow. Slow. Reverse, reverse direction. Now ಇವಾಗ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Why is it coming? Mind slow ಆಯ್ತು. Hands down. If you do like this, no, you will not reach anywhere because we are going in some. We don't know where we are going. Like that. Like it's no some confusion in the mind. You go slow down your process. No, look, 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 look. So that's all. So break it down into small, small things. Very easy to manage. Okay, then Dhyana Mudra. You can face front. No problem. Inhale, look at the nose. Exhale, look at the wall. Inhale, nose. Exhale, wall. Inhale, nose. Exhale, wall. Inhale, nose. Exhale, wall. One more. Inhale, nose. Breathe, normal breathing. Stay looking at the nose. You can feel the mind is slowing down when you look at one point. Exhale, look at one point, opposite wall. One point. You can close the eyes, no problem. Release. Okay. Okay. So that is called eye rotation and eye focusing. That's all. Good for the eyes. Then arms in front, parallel to ground. Fist close, wide open. Close, wide. Wide madi. Wide. Difference idella. Close, wide open. See? Close. Mind is not reaching. Open. Close. It's a difference is there. Open. See the difference. When you open like this, the carpal tunnel is there. Inside the wrist, there is something called carpal tunnel. So when you spread the fingers like this, you can see the finger. That is the time when the carpal tunnel opens. So you have to spread. That much has to come. What it? Some people do only this much. You can see this much. Thinking open हो गया. Open नहीं हुआ. Open ऐसा होता है. Then drop. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down, up, Close. Hands on shoulder. Open. Shoulder. Open. Shoulder. Open. Shoulder. Open. Shoulder. Open. Then shoulder, touch the elbow. Now how the elbow has to go? Upward. It has to go up. Then take it back. Like that. So take it upward, backward, and maximum circle like that. Like that. 3. Like that you have to make. 4. First thing, straighten the back. Tanmaya. 5. Without straightening the back, you cannot do anything in life. Opposite side. 1. Imagine do like this. Can you do rotation like this? You are doing like that, Tanmaya. Your elbow rotation is like this. How will you rotate? Come up now. Bring your chest open. Back straight first. Then you rotate your hand. Okay. 5 rotation. Then interlock the fingers. Inhale. Stretch the arm. So your back should become straight when you do this. 1. Like that. Stay there. 2. Look front. Don't look here and there. Look straight in front. 3. 4. Long backbone. 5. Exhale, hands down. So hand will come down, back will not come down. Back straight. See? Tanmaya, got it? So why did you stretch your hand? That is called sitting mountain. So when I straighten the back, that straightness has to come. Then only the hand comes down. The back will remain straight. So that. Like that you have to get straightness of the back. So that much is over. Then unlock the legs. So we spend 20 minutes. Actually 10 minutes only loosening practice. Talking more, no? Last loosening practice. Marjariasana. Fold your legs. Come to cat position. I am standing because others should see me like that. So here also, wide open finger, elbow straight. Your elbow should not bend like this. Shoulder up. So Marjariasana is done with sleeping toes. So all this distance, forearm. The forearm distance has to come. See, here forearm distance, here forearm, all the forearm distances. Okay, spreading the finger. Now inhale, head up. Tailbone up. Look at the eyebrow. Center should go down. Look to eyebrow. Exhale, round your back. Like that. That's a cat position. Inhale, chin up. Shoulder up, always. Exhale with the shoulder up, change the direction. Shoulder should be up here also. Inhale, 3. Chin up. Look at your eyebrow. Dip the center. Exhale, reverse. Rounding the back. Inhale, 4. Breathing barabar. Exhale, reverse. Long breath. Inhale, 5. Stay there, eyebrow looking. 1. Where is eyebrow? Tanmaya, you don't have eyebrow. 2. Your eyebrow is on my face. 3. You have your own eyebrow, no? Look at your eyebrow. 4. 5. Exhale, reverse. Look towards the navel. 1. Round your back. 2. 3. 4. 5. Inhale, look straight. Exhale, you can go to mountain. That's called mountain pose. Yeah, stay like a mountain. Steep mountain butt. 1. You can stand strong and stable. 2. Heel on the mat. Heel should touch the mat. 3. 4. Look to navel. 5. Take 1 step forward. Inhale and stand up. Step forward. Inhale and stand up. We finished all the loosening practices. Any doubts in loosening practice? Anybody can ask. If there are no doubt, then we go to?
Sir, no doubt.
You don't say, I don't have any doubt. You can go practice. If there is doubt, then only ask. He's telling, I don't have any doubts. Tanmaya, go away. How can, now Tanmaya, wait. Now imagine another thing. Now I will talk to you standing like this. How will you feel, Tanmaya? How will you feel if I stand like this and talk? So first thing what you have to ensure in an online class, your height should be visible. Your mat should be visible. And now I can see only your trousers, shirt, hand. Your head, you are not having any head. Tanmay, no head. No leg also. Only stomach is there for Tanmaya. Now leg is there. Only leg is there for Tanmaya. Head is not there, chest is not there, only half body. All this you have to think. How many times I have told you? All this I don't want to see. I don't want to waste time on all these things. So you have to keep your mat away 8 feet so that I can see you. Don't do all the other things. Okay? Now I have finished all the loosening. Any questions? No questions. I am going to Chandra Namaskara. So in one question was there. I don't know if that person is there. There was a question. Two questions were there from that loosening practice. I will tell. You can sit. No problem. First question was drishti in the drishti change and drishti maintaining at one point. Sometimes I involuntarily blink. So blinking is not a problem. See, when I'm doing some practice, for example, Vrikshasana, so I'm looking at one point, no? Eyes will blink, no problem. Because when the inside of the eye is getting dry, that time the body will ask you to blink. That you don't resist. Don't resist blinking. Blinking you can, no problem. But even if I blink, I should look at one point. Ekagra drishti, alva? So that is okay. No problem blinking the eyes. Don't worry about it. But drishti should be correct. That's all. That was one query one person had. So that's the only query I got regarding the this one, loosening practices, in which we are focusing drishti, right? That's fine. But you can minimize the number of blinks. You should not keep on blinking. Vrikshasana, continuous blinking. That should not happen. Whenever you feel like blinking, you blink. No problem. Then I will show you one round of Chandra Namaskar. Wait, Madi. First see. First nodebegalva. First you see how I am doing and how the breath is happening. How I am breathing, all that you have to see. Now you can see me, fully my position is visible to you. Correct? Yeah, because you go back, man. Tanmaya, why are you coming to computer? You want to spoil your eyes. Why are you sitting in computer? Go back. No computer, only action, only practice. Samasthiti. Now in Samasthiti, you see how I adjusted the position. You don't do it now. So keeping the toes and heels together here. Toe, heel touching. Don't keep like this. Don't keep like this, all that. Keep it touching. But if you are not getting proper balance, you can keep little gap. If it is very difficult. Otherwise, don't keep. It should be touching. When it touches, you feel that discipline will come. Okay? Samasthiti. Don't do. First 1 or 2 rounds you can observe. Beginners especially, you observe first. How I am doing, then you do it. After 1 or 2 rounds, I will mention the important points. Then practice. Samasthiti. So see how the Samasthiti is kept. Hands are tight. Fingers not like this. It's all steady. All the fingers are together. Now I will do the starting breath. So inhale, take the arms up. Join at the top. Exhale to heart center. Now you can see the palm position. The palm is in the center of the heart. Not like this. Like this. Yeah. Center of heart here. Little down. Okay. Keeping the chest high. Pushing the palms and widening the elbows. That is called Namaskara Mudra. Closing the eyes, inhale again. Together. Hiranmayena patrena satyasyapi hitam mukham tattvam pushanna pavrano satya dharmaya drishtaye. Om. Now from here, open your eyes with an in-breath. Exhale, look at the nose. Drishti bandide on the nose. Don't do it 1 or 2 rounds. I'll explain, then we will do, okay? Ekam, inhale. Hand will go forward, then backward. Dvi, exhale. Trini, left leg back, inhale, hands up. Then backwards. Chatwari, exhale. Where is the drishti? Nose. Pancha, inhale. Shat, exhale. Sapta, sweep the toe, inhale. Ashta, exhale. Nava, left leg front, right knee down. Inhale, hands up. Dasha, exhale, hands down, other leg forward. Ekadasha, inhale. Dvadasha, exhale. Now I did 1 round. Now I'll talk the important points. First important point is the breath, breathing. So the sound of breath should come properly. So now I'm going to breathe with that sound. I'm using that mic so that you can hear the sound. I think those who are in the online class, they can hear. See, the sound has to come from your nose. Where is the sound coming? No. So the wrong thing is like this. That is not the breath. That is a stressful breath. If you breathe like that, your stress levels will increase. You can see like this now. Now I'll show you the wrong technique. See. See, the breath is over. Before I reach down, the breath is over. Okay? You have to slow down the breath. There are 2 methods to slow down the breath. First method with this finger. That is that finger. Pranayama we do that. But here you cannot use finger. Second method is with throat control. So breathing and the movement has to match. So look at it now. That's the first point I want to explain. ಇವಾಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಓಕೆ How many breaths I took? Exact number, no? So, 1 movement, 1 breathing. Okay, so, that is possible only with control. Without control, barala. You have to get that control. So, now take a slow breath. Try to take a slow breath. Like, Completely exhale. Exhale, Mani. That breathing you have to come. If you don't get that, yoga will, ನಿಮ್ದು stress increase ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Yoga will be fighting yourself if you cannot slow the breath. Very important point. That is the first important point, Hatha Yoga. Slow, deep, rhythmic breath. Movement, breathing, and time has to match. Okay. Now we will do along with the counting. Okay. Can we do? Okay. Then I will explain. Okay. Now wait, sit. Another 2-3 things I will. Okay. We'll do. Then we will explain. Okay. Now I'm going to put the timer. Then with that, let us practice 2 rounds. Ready? Exhale your breath. Last round. Relax. We did 4 rounds. Now important points. So I told all positions, I will talk one important point. Okay? Relax. First important, I told you. Pranamasana should be done like this. Keep legs together. You can face front. Toes also. Palm, yeah, center of. Don't interlock thumb. Thumb should be straight. Okay. Now, while bending back, you have to push the hip forward. Observe. So, common mistake is like this. The hand is bending. So, everything should be straight. Wrist also straight. Elbow also straight. So, keeping the elbow and wrist straight, hand parallel to each other. Hand should be parallel, like that. See, parallel hand. So from here, I take forward, keeping the fingers straight, then backwards. So try to push the hip forward. You have to keep the hip forward and take the arm backward. So action, that action has to come. Show me once. Elbow, wrist straight, finger straight, stretch. Now exhale, bend forward. So bending forward, keep the navel first. The hand will come to the same position. Then take your left leg back. Inhale, hands up. Look at your thumb. Now exhale, hands down, sideways. Okay. Now inhale, take the other leg back. Straight line. Don't put hip down, not up. Straight line. Shut. Knee down. Chest down, chin down. Chin. Buttocks up. Buttocks up. Okay. Then sweep the toe. Inhale, lift the body. Knee should be in the air. Sleeping toe. Body up. Pull the body forward. Show me. Knee up. Knee, munekkalu. Sleeping toe. Keeping the hips low. Munde. Just munde varbeku. Innu pull. Push. This position is very important. Exhale, go back. Mountain pose. Heel on the mat, finger wide open. Everything, see? You should tight. Now, left leg front, inhale, hands up. Leg ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ಲ ಕೈ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು ಕೈ leg ಮುಂದೆ ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ hands up. Join all the fingers straight, finger together. Elbow straight. Exhale, hands down. Take the other leg forward. Touch your head on the knee. Now inhale, stand up, bend back. Stretch your arms parallelly. Exhale to Samasthiti. Breathing very important. Bend. Exhale. Go down. Right leg back. Inhale, hands up. Look at your thumb. Exhale, hands down. Pancha, inhale, other leg back. Full hand. Buttock straight. Innu ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ down. Innu ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೇಲೆ. Exhale, go down. Knee, chin, chest. Buttocks up. Chin. Now inhale, lift your upper body. Sleeping toe. Knees in the air. Knee. Exhale, lift your back. Nava, right leg front. Inhale, hands up. Munde bandilla. Inhale, hands up. Good. Exhale, hands down. Bring the other leg forward. Join the hands, Sukeshi. You have to join the hands at the top. Bring the other leg. Ekadasha. Inhale, stand up, bend back. Keep your arms parallel, Sukeshi, parallelly. Dvadasha, exhale to Namaskara Mudra. Namaskara Mudra, Namaskara Mudra. Okay, now inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. What are the important things I told you? One is that bend back, pushing the hip forward, keeping the arm straight. While exhaling, navel comes first. Navel, 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 navel. First navel touch, then body touch, then head touch, like that. Then this step should be long. Don't take a short step like this. We will do this much only. Don't do this. This step has to be a long step. Take a good step. So the shin will be perpendicular. You don't have to sit. So if you take a short step, then it will go like this. That is not correct. I think there was a question regarding that. So in Anjaneyasana, the hip flexors have to stretch, including the psoas muscles, piriformis, all the muscles are there. Even the knee has to become stronger in this Anjaneyasana. So if you sit like this in Anjaneyasana, so these knees are getting too much load and there is no stretch below the thighs. Here you will not get a stretch because it is going to the stretch will come here only and the back. So don't do that. So take this step a little long so that this shin, the ankle and the knee will be almost in one line. And so the bottom of the thigh also will pull when you bend back. Like that. So you can push the hip down, but keep the shin perpendicular. There is no problem in pushing the hip down, getting the stretch. But don't do like this. If you do that like this, there will be too much load on the knee and you can get a knee problem if you do that. So I think somebody had asked that question. So take this step as a long one. So from here, don't take a short step like this. That is wrong. So take a good step so that the stretch will come properly. Like that. So you'll get the arch will come, this will stretch, your back will arch, buttocks will become tight. All this entire middle portion will get a good stretch. But this one, you may get a stretch, but this leg will get less and the knee will get problem. Okay? They had some question on that. One was that. Then, that was important point on that. Then, another point is regarding the next position is Adho Mukha Dandasana. It should be middle position. Don't keep hip down. Don't keep hip up like this also. Middle position. Adho Mukha Dandasana. And index finger parallel. This, when you keep the finger, it should be like this. You can see, index finger, parallel. When you keep, tuck. So, these fingers are parallel, or other fingers are going away. Never keep like this. If you keep like this, you will get elbow problem, shoulder problem. So keep, the inner elbow will come in front. So keep it firmly grounded like this. That's important for the next two asanas. So from here, you have to go from here, middle position, knee down, chest down in front and chin down. Don't take care. Come down. You will fling like this. Be above the wrist. Elbow should not go away. Keep it close. Then split the toe, pull the body forward and lift it up. Munde bandide, pada, Allah, body, nodideya. Illalla. Not here. If you keep your body back pain, keep front, pull the body. So the knee will be in the air. Knee will not touch the floor, not this. If it's stuck, you can put the knee down. But try to pull the body forward and arch your back forward. Okay? In Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Similarly, when you do Adho Mukha, try to keep the heel down on the floor, not like this. So keep it on the floor, but 1 foot distance. So the distance between the legs will be 1 foot, like this. You don't have to keep it right like this, not required. Little gap. But try to keep the heel down and push the ground. Lengthen your backbone like that. Here also don't rotate your shoulder like this. Keep your shoulder straight and push. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Okay. All the other positions are same. One leg coming forward, hands up, stretching the hip flexors. Exhale, hands down, and bring the leg. Inhale, stand up, bend back. Exhale. Samastiti. Now there was one question by another person. We are holding the 12th round. Now, so are we strengthening one side? If you see, not required. Yeah, so if you see the 12th round, you notice all the positions. All of them are symmetric positions we are holding. We are holding only one asymmetric position. What is that asymmetric position? Anjaneyasana. So this asana we are doing on both the sides in the same circle, same cycle. 12th round the 12th round, all the other positions are all symmetric poses, like bending back. There is no asymmetry. Bending forward. It's not done on one side, it's on both the sides, correct? One bending forward. Then left leg back, inhale, hands up. So that is asymmetric pose. Only one leg is back. But we are holding this position, and while coming back, it is the other side. It is like this. So both the sides we are doing on the same round. Same round, eradu side barta ide. So there is no problem. It will be covering both the sides. In the same 12th round, we are covering only one asymmetric pose. That is Anjaneyasana. And that comes on both the sides in the same holding round. So we are holding Anjaneyasana 2 times. One on the left side, one on the right side. And all the other poses are symmetric poses. So there is no reason for worry that you are strengthening only one side. Okay, that was another question. I don't know if that person is there. I hope she is there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So okay, I'll explain any other questions in Surya Namaskara, then you can come to ask questions. Yeah. That's all. These were the 2 queries. One was regarding Anjaneyasana, and the other one is regarding this last holding round. Any other questions, please ask now itself regarding Surya Namaskar or Chandra Namaskar. Then I can explain.
Sir, I have a question. Hello, sir. My name is Paramita.
Yeah.
I had a question on Mool Bandha, sir. You asked us to do Mool Bandha.
Yeah.
So when we breathe in, we do Mool Bandha. And after that, when we breathe out, are we supposed to continue holding the Mool Bandha, or it releases? For me personally, I have seen that the moment I breathe out, the Mool Bandha releases. It doesn't happen.
So this is, are you talking about during asanas or during pranayama?
Not pranayama, during asanas.
Asana, yeah. So I'll talk both. This question has come from another person also. Mula Bandha during asanas and during pranayama, is there any difference in technique? When to lock and release? So I'll give you a simple technique. See, I'll talk about pranayama, which is easy to explain first. Tanmay, go back to mat. Don't come to camera. There's nothing on the computer. You go back. So first question is regarding pranayama. Pranayama, if you're while pranayama, after inhalation is over, we are holding the breath for about 6 seconds. That time you have to do Mula Bandha. Mula Bandha, anus lock. Anus has to be pulled up. Okay. Then when the exhalation start, you have to release that Mula Bandha. And you have to go to finish the exhalation. And after exhalation, when we are holding the breath, we have to pull the stomach inside, Uddiyana Bandha. And then you have to release the stomach while inhale start. Then again, when you are holding the breath after inhalation, again you have to hold Mula Bandha. This is the practice in pranayama. In asana practice, you can do Mula Bandha while staying in the asanas. For example, I am staying in this one. This, say Pavana Muktasana, I will explain. The reason for Mula Bandha in Pavana Muktasana, 2 reasons are there. Mula Bandha is the origin of all the energy. That Mooladhara Chakra is the origin. Mula means root. It's called root chakra. So everything starts from the root. If it's a plant or tree, Mula is the root. In Devasthana also you have seen, no? Mula means the origin. From where that basic It is from the root chakra. That is the place where in Yoga Shastra, the energy starts from there. So if you keep the Muladhara chakra contracted, you will not lose the energy. That is the principle in Hatha Yoga. So, and that is one reason. The other reason is when you squeeze anything, like in Panamukta, I am giving an example. In Panamukta, I am maintaining this position. Now here, there is a squeeze on the stomach, body, everything. It's a squeeze. At that time, if you keep the anus loose, what will happen? It can herniate. There is a chance that you can get problems. So, while holding the asana, in most of the asana, all the asanas, when you are holding like I'm here, one more breath. So this entire duration of stay during the asana, I have kept my anus pulled upwards into the body. So
So when you're breathing out also, that time also you're...
Yes. The entire duration of holding the asana posture, even when you're exhaling, even when you're inhaling, there is no holding in asana. We are not holding breath. There are some asanas where holding is prescribed as per the text, but we are not doing as of now. So during asana staying time, you have to keep the Muladhara chakra close to your body, inside, keep it inward. Try to maintain it. So if you focus on it, as per my experience, I have been able to do it. So in most of the Ashtanga Yoga schools also, they will mention that you have to practice Mula Bandha when you are, I said 2 reasons are there for that. Because you are squeezing the body, maybe you are stretching the body, there is a force applied. At that time, you have to keep that chakra close it inward. Try to keep it close into the body. So that one is you don't lose the energy out, other is it doesn't protrude and create other issues. Okay, you maybe with experience, I think you will be able to get that control.
Sure, sir. I'll work on it, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. This query had come from another person also, same, regarding Mula Bandha. Any other question regarding Chandra Namaskar, Surya Namaskar? No question. Then there is a question regarding Udhyana Bandha, and she's getting a little discomfort in the right side near right diaphragm during Udhyana Bandha, and also that is coming while hopping and Pada Hastasana. I think maybe due to is it happening every time? I'm not sure. If it is, generally it should not happen. I think it's a one-off case, because maybe if there is a little if you did not take your food, gap between the food and the practice, if it is not 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours, you have to get that gap. In that case, you may get little discomfort, like pain or something, because the stomach, minimum 2 hours gap is required, minimum 2 hours. So sometimes if there is food inside your stomach, because stomach comes, it comes like this and goes. So maybe that's the reason, and the liver is there. So if it is, some food is there or water is there, then you may get a discomfort while doing Udhyana Bandha. But I don't think it's much reason to worry that you are getting some discomfort. Maybe it is because when you are sucking the stomach inside, like so on your right side, if it's maybe the liver is getting pressed, and that may be causing that discomfort to you. That's what I can presume, because I don't think, is it there always or recently came, or you can just clarify, whoever has asked that question.
So yes, Preeti. So, sir, it has it started coming in the last few months only, and it had reduced in between when I used to reduce the stretch. Okay, especially like in Pada Hastasana or something, I used to reduce the stretch so that pain reduced. Then once I increase the stretch, it used to increase. So one thing that I realized is probably it was because of my breathing. So So Dhyana Bandha also, when like we inhale deeply, then we exhale powerfully, right? And
Yeah,
after the exhalation is completely over, then you have to pull in your stomach. So
yeah.
I think sometimes I'm pulling the stomach, so I pull in with a lot of force,
Oh,
and my stomach goes quite inside, but probably I've not completely exhaled, is one thing that I feel.
okay, okay, okay.
And the same thing happens during hopping also. So
Ah,
while hopping also, I think we are supposed to inhale while hopping, right?
yes, yes.
Most of the time, it's like I'm holding my breath and then I'm hopping.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
So
okay,
I'm
okay.
not able to bring that synchronization. So I think these are two reasons I felt, but
Hmm.
I'm still not sure. I'm still
Okay.
like with practice only, I guess I'll
It's
come to
only
know.
more of a discomfort, right? It's not a, I mean, so is it a pain?
Yeah, sir. No, no, no. Very slight pain.
Okay.
Not, yeah, but more of, yeah, more of a discomfort only.
Hmm.
I think I'm pressing my rib a little too much, or like you mentioned, the liver, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That
So
may
you
be.
can probably, when you suck it inside, so when that space is there, it will go inside.
Correct. Hmm.
So if there is some gas trap and all, it thoda sa discomfort hota hai.
Hmm.
That happens to me also. But when I suck in, I can actually feel the liver because
Hmm.
it's pushing, pulling the, no, pressing the liver inward. So I can feel it. There is a little, no, but it doesn't pain like. And
Hmm.
maybe one of the reasons maybe that you may not be fully exhaling or
Hmm.
while doing that hop and all. I think just
Correct.
observe this and gradually it must disappear.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I
Yes,
think.
sir. Yes, sir.
Not
Just
much of a thing. That's what I can feel. Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Then there was a question by someone asking for blocked nose and sinus infection. See, you have see all these rhinitis, sinus problem, all these problems. You have to practice. Surya Namaskara, Chandra Namaskara is very good because that blood circulation increases in all your upper respiratory system, sinus, nose, throat, everywhere the respiration increases. So that itself is a good thing. So continue your Surya Namaskar, Chandra Namaskar, and all the inversion poses like Sarvangasana, wherever the blood flow comes to the upper body increases, they're all good for these problems, unless there is some bleeding and all. If you're having bleeding problem and sinus, at that time don't do these inversions. Surya Namaskar, sorry, this one, Shirshasana. Oh, sorry, Surya Namaskar and all you can do, don't worry. Because when you're doing Shirshasana and all, a lot of blood flow come into the areas. So it may bleed more. So while there is a bleeding, don't do it. Otherwise, you continue all these things. And addition to that, two important things you should do is your Jalaneti. All the sinus problem, rhinitis, blocked nose, Jalaneti, Sutra Neti. There are two Neti Kriyas are there. Both these you practice every day, once in a day. Jalaneti, that salt water is there. We did it, I think last month we did. Jalaneti, Sutraneti, both you practice every day. Initially you can do alternate days or twice a week or thrice a week. Gradually you can practice it every day. So practice Jalaneti and Sutraneti both for all these problems of blocked nose, and I am also having problem of sinus. Even now infections come to me. I also get infection. But the frequency of infection ತುಂಬಾ reduce ಆಯಿತು. ತುಂಬಾ ಮುಂಚೆಲ್ಲ I used to get every month, I used to get infection because my nose also little bend is there, like the string like that. It's a deviated nasal septum. So I get those infections. But the frequency has reduced due to practice of all this gel. I practice every day Jalneti Sutaneti. For many years, more than 15 years, I'm practicing. I have not, it's very helpful. Problem is we stop doing it. Once we feel good, no? ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಇವಾಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ. People stop doing it. But continue that. It will protect you. Then Mulabandha answered. I'm going to explain step by step how to do headstand with wall support during the class. Let me ask him what is his query. Then regarding Shirshasana, there was one question. My back straight is not becoming straight in Ardha Shirshasana. So I will show that how to do that headstand position. So then you can feel how it works. Both the questions are regarding Shirshasana only, I think. So if you are, when you are doing Shirshasana, it is good if you keep one cloth mat, because head may pain some people. If it is not required, you can avoid also. And the grip of the hand will also help. It's not a rubber. So keeping, now see where I kept the elbow, I kept it close to the knee. See, I did not keep like this. Ilbandila. Where did I keep? I kept here. I kept it close to the knee. So standing toes. So what do I tell? I tell like this. You are in this position. Makarasana. Okay. In Makarasana, exhaling, keep your hands by the chest. Then inhaling, stand up on the knees. Exhaling, turn around. Now inhale, join the knees and your feet also, join it. And standing toe. Note again, knees together, feet together, standing toe. This is slipping toe, this is standing toe. Okay, that's an inhalation. While exhaling, keep the elbow down, close to the knees like that. Then, while exhaling, interlock your fingers and crown on the floor. Inhale and exhale. Now from here, when you lift the knee, it has to come to the straight position. Like that. So what is the angle? What is the position of the back? You cannot see my angle, no? Try to bring your buttocks above the head. Now, Preeti, is it perpendicular or slanting to that side? Preeti? Preeti Shanbag is there?
Yes, sir. Sir, it's perpendicular.
The back is perpendicular or curving?
It's perpendicular, sir.
Yeah. So I think what you are doing is maybe a little like this. And are you doing like this? Then it is rounding. So what you have to do is keep the neck straight. So I think the person who had asked his back, the person's back is rounding. That's what I feel, like this. Maybe the straightness of the neck is not correct. If the neck is straight, your back will become straight. Try to keep the neck upright. So keeping the crown on the floor. Keep the crown. Don't keep this part or this part. This part don't use. Center part. You have to keep the center of the head on the floor. If you keep this part, that part, it will either go to that side or this side. Try to keep the center like this. Center on the floor. And when you lift the leg, try to lift your heel so that the back becomes straight like that. Then it's easy to lift. So that was the query regarding rounding of the back. I hope Himashri, can you come online?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
I saw. Try, sir. I'll click a photo and send you because I am sure properly, but then the back is not coming straight.
No, I think you may be bending the neck. See, if you bend the neck, it will not become straight. So if you keep the wrong place, see like this. Now it is not straight. See, it's rounding, right?
Yeah.
Or is it straight? It's rounding the back, I think now.
Yeah.
Iವಾಗ round ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Is it
Yes,
rounding?
yes,
It's rounding, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, I think then the position of the head is wrong. If you keep the correct position of the head, the center position on the ground, and firmly keep the neck, then see the back will come straight. So now the back. So try to keep the correct position and come on the tip of the toe. Try to bring the tip of the toe.
Yes, sir.
Your buttocks will, your hip and the pelvis will come exactly on the center position. Try to come like that. I think
Okay,
that
sir.
should help you. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do so.
Yeah. And
Thank you,
where is
sir.
Anshuman? You had some query. Anshuman,
Yes, sir, I'm here.
what was your question?
Sir, like, can you show how to do handstand?
Oh, handstand on the wall.
Yes, sir. Against the wall.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Can you see me if I do it here? I hope I can be visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Wait. So while doing handstand, you have to cross the weight to the wall. So you should not be afraid that no, you are not able to cross. So you have to push the ground and cross the weight. So keeping the hand down, you have to push the ground and look front. You have to look forward. I'm afraid of this wall. I don't do it on the wall. That's why. Normally I don't practice on the wall. You can see me now?
Yes, sir.
So keeping this push on, looking front, look to the front and you to shoot. To cross that weight to the front.
Okay, sir.
So try to get that force, that shooting force you have to get. Then you have to push the ground and resist that force. Look forward, like that. Cross the weight to the front. And then arch your back.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Try to cross the weight. The crossing the weight is important in handstand.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So that was a question on handstand. I thought it was headstand you were talking about. Okay, then I think I've covered almost all the queries. Anjaneyasana, Udyana Bandha, sinus problem, all the questions. Any other questions, please ask. Otherwise, I'll explain regarding asanas.
Sir, I have one question. Paramita, this is Paramita again.
Yeah.
This is while doing, if I'm not wrong, it's Shavasana, sir, the one wherein we completely lie down on the floor.
Yeah, Shavasana, yeah.
Correct. In that, sir, when I lie down, towards the end of my my back, which is my what is it called as the backbone? Right? There is an arch. You ask us to lie down completely, and your back should be completely relaxed on the floor. But my back, it has an arch at the back. Is that normal, or I should work towards trying to push it more down? And I'm saying this is almost all towards the tailbone area.
Yeah. No, so in Shavasana, don't apply any force. Whatever is natural shape of your backbone, try to maintain it. So whatever is there, I don't see, there will be a little natural curve will be there on the lower back. Here there is a curve. For everybody it's there.
Correct.
Tailbone will touch and little curvature may be there. So when you lie down, it should not, it will be flat, but it will not be forcibly. Now here, now I can feel the lower back, the lumbar region, it doesn't fully become flat. It doesn't become fully flat. That natural shape will be there. So I'm feeling relaxed, that's all.
Okay, sir. So that's normal.
That's quite normal. Nothing to worry. Your tailbone will touch, the lower part will touch, and the thoracic, the bottom of the thoracic spine will touch. The neck will not touch. Back of the neck will not touch. You can see it will be in there.
Yeah.
And the head will touch.
Yeah.
So everything else will be fine. Yeah. So just obtain the natural shape of your backbone. Don't worry too much about what is touching, what is not touching. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Done, sir.
Thank you.
Sir.
Anybody else?
Sir, mool band during, I mean, when the legs are apart, it's very difficult to do mool band.
While practicing asana?
During asana, whenever the legs are apart, I mean, sometimes it doesn't happen only mool bandh. While in Sarvangasana, it's okay. In Pavan Muktasan, able to do, but wherever the legs are apart, it's very difficult.
So while sitting in Padmasana and all, are you able to do like or Sukhasana?
Yes. In normal Sukhasan, Siddhasan, I'm able to do.
So which are, I mean, maybe when the Trikonasana and all you are doing that time?
Asana,
This
I
one?
just try to pull, but not, exactly. When the legs are apart.
But you can actually do it. I don't feel any difficulty in doing Mulabandha. You have to just, I mean, you just have to contract it, DNS, that's all. Maybe I think you try consciously a little, I think you should be able to get it. Okay. It's very difficult. Don't, I mean, worry too much about it. Just keep trying. It's probably in every asana you may not be able to do it. Wherever you are able to do it, just keep practicing that. That's all what you should do. Yeah.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Yeah, but asanas like Pavana Muktasana, when you are squeezing, say Paschimottanasana, Pavana Muktasana, all these asanas, where is the squeeze of, there's an internal squeeze. That time, try to definitely follow Mulabandha.
Yes, it's easy at that time.
Yeah.
In Sarvangasana also it's easy.
Easy. Sarvangasana naturally you'll get Mulabandha because of the change of gravity.
Yes.
Yeah. And asanas like Karnapidasana, there are some asanas which I discovered that without my knowledge itself, the Mulabandha is working.
Yeah, right.
It happens. So those asanas definitely do. And those asanas which you find it tough or difficulty, no problem. Just observe.
Okay.
Gradually you can improve. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
In Naukasana, we have to keep the feet together, or there will be some distance between them.
No, in Naukasana, ideally the feet are together. You have to join your feet in Naukasana. Ideally. When you lift up, your feet is already together. Try to lift up with the feet together. Like that. Along with the feet touching each other. So try to keep them together when you lift up. You can see this is, Naukasana is one asana. It's very good for gallbladder, urinary bladder and all. Have you seen, just while staying in Naukasana, that gallbladder is there, no? Urinary bladder. That bladder presses very much. Now that will press properly when your legs are together. So try to keep the legs touching each other in Naukasana. It is easy to lift without, with spreading the leg like this. Yes. This is easy. It's a little easy. But if you keep your together, you can see that there is a change in pressure here, lower abdomen region, just above your reproductive organs. So it will give a good pressure there. So try to keep the legs together while lifting Naukasana.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Anyone else? How many people are there on the call? Ten people are there. Who are the Preeti, Paramita, Himasri, Anshuman, Anju, Renu, Shilin, Sukeshi, Tannai. Sukeshi, were you able to practice properly that day, or the body pain is still too much? Are you there?
Actually, no, the second date was perfectly fine. That
Okay.
day, I was able to practice no problem.
Okay.
I didn't get any cramps and the breathing was much better.
Okay, fine.
I want to check one thing, what should I avoid for the tennis elbow? Sometimes.
Yeah. I will tell you those things. So when you have a pain, what you must do is, I have told you regarding that major correction that you must be able to do, which is the placement of your fingers. That is very important. Ensure that your fingers are fully open and the index finger is parallel. That is one correction that you should do. Then, there are some positions in other asanas you will not get much problem. While doing, because the dynamic practice is the Chandra Namaskar, Surya Namaskar. That is the time when you tend to make mistakes. So in those positions, some of the corrections you can do like this. For example, when you do that after Padasana is over, here is not well. Here, now when you do Anjaneyasana, so you will not get much difficulty. You will get that arch. Now the next position after this is where you will get a problem. So from here, after exhale, hands down, inhale, keep the leg, hands straight here, and then exhale, don't spread your elbow. So this position you cannot avoid. If you find this is difficult, you can put the knee down here. If you find it is very difficult. So this is the position where your elbows are loaded. So you find, so when you take this leg back, if you want, you can keep it like this, no problem. If you find it's tough. If it's okay, you are able to take the weight, then you keep that Adho Mukha Dandasana. Then knee chin chest down. When you do that, bend your elbow backwards only. Don't never. This is one change. You are not much of a difficulty. Next position, you can do Bhujangasana. This much is enough. So you now need not to Urdhva Mukha. Now this is Urdhva Mukha. You can do Bhujangasana. This is this much. So you will not get much load on your elbow. Then the next position, if it's possible, mountain like this. If you find it very tough, you can do like this also, no problem. Or you can do a cat like this. And then, so those 2-3 positions you little modify so that you don't get much pressure. What are the positions I said? Other positions are okay. The first position is the 3-knee. 3-knee is the third step. You can do like this if you wish. Then going down is not much of an issue. While coming up, you may do Bhujangasana instead of Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, second position. Third position, instead of down dog, if you find it tough, you can be like this in the cat position. Okay, so for a time being I'm telling, but don't do like that forever, because then you'll be avoiding those positions whereby you are overprotecting. Probably I'm saying it's only a viewpoint, you may have a different viewpoint. So just there is a pain or difficulty, you can practice like that, and once you feel you are able to practice them without much of an issue, slowly start doing them gradually. Or you can do a few rounds like that, few rounds with keeping the knee down. The idea is when there is a problem, you have to protect it, definitely. And when the problem is receded, slowly start putting a little action on that so that gradually those elbows will become stronger. That's what I think you should do. Is it clear?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, actually, no, I try to do as much as I can unless there's really, I feel the pain. And because there's flare up right now, that's why I think I need to avoid. Once it's subsided, it'll be okay, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I think because you must be able to do it because you are quite slim and all. So I don't think you'll get much issues even if you do those asanas.
Yeah.
You won't get much of an issue. I don't think so. And these are not very intense ones. These are all an intermediate level. So I don't think it's going to hurt you. Even if you practice it after these problems are over. Yeah. Then Shilin was there, I think. Shilin, elbow in the position I told you. I think somewhere that elbow position you can improve. But other things you are doing very well. Your focus and the practice and all, you are able to do it very well. So nothing to worry. I did not find anything much issues. You are able to practice.
Okay.
Yeah. Other things are good. Then who else was there? Anshuman was there. Where is Tanmaya? Tanmaya is there. Disappeared. Anshuman, where is Anshuman?
Sir, I'm here.
Yeah. So, so for you, you have to focus a little more on all the advanced asanas now. Okay, because many you are able to do Shirshasana very well. Now, as you rightly asked me regarding that handstand, try to do Vrishchikasana. All these asanas, try to learn these advanced asanas now, so that you can go to the next level. And some of the asanas, I think, in a children class, which is the asana you are facing difficulty? You were not doing some asana, I remember.
Sir, Crown's asana.
You are not able to straighten the leg.
Yes, sir.
So actually, in that you were doing Hanuman asana that day, right? You did Hanuman asana.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So those asanas where your hamstring, the bottom of your thigh, this is the hamstring. You have to stretch that. Only when that leg stretches, you will get that Kraunchasana properly. So try to stretch and keep the body little lean back. So the bottom of the thigh, this part has to stretch in Kraunchasana.
Okay, sir.
This area has to stretch. Only then you will get that stretch. So keep on doing asanas like Hanumanasana and all where this bottom of your thigh stretches.
Okay, sir.
Like that. Try to stretch the bottom of your leg. And the advanced asanas you practice. There's this one, Vrishchikasana. Back bending you can improve. Some of the back bending asanas you have to improve. Yeah?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
In your case, that Urdhva Mukha, I told you. This one, show me that position of Urdhva Mukha, this one. From here, slipping the toe, inhale, chest up. Where is the hand position? Hand in kalage, hand down, down. Kai down. Kai idalva kaiyo. Close to body. Slip your toes. Slip your toe. Sleeping toe. Toe slip madi. Toe. Ivaga lift your upper body. Knee mele knee. Monekalu hawa. Innu solpa you have to pull the body forward. Stay there. Breathe. Knee straight. Sleeping toe. Knees up. Knee up. Mele. Like that. Okay. Exhale, go to mountain position. Okay. Heel down. You have to push the heel down. Don't change the hand position. Yeah, good. Now right leg forward. Inhale, hands up. Right leg front. Innu munde. Inhale, hands up. Arch your back. Look at your thumb. Illi. All fingers together. Elbow straight. Exhale, hands down. Left leg forward. Head down. Careful. Ekadasha. Inhale, bend back. Stretch your hands. All finger together. Dvadasha. Samasthiti. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Then, regarding pranayama, I will talk now. Okay, just keep that in mind. Okay, that position of your leg, pada position, you have to remember. Okay. Then regarding pranayama, so that is one improvement area. Now observe my chest, all of you. So how I am breathing in pranayama. First observe ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So I'm going to show that Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. Observe the chest movement. Breathing from one nose. See the height? Chest has to rise up. So from chest was here now. When I breathe up, chest came up. Little back will not like this. So it will be like little like. The chest has to rise up when you're doing. Show me the chest rising up. Slowly. So the chest has become flat. Now when you breathe in, you have to lift the lungs, lift the chest a little so that don't have to tighten the body, only chest, okay? So that the upper part of the lungs will get inflated. Exhale, relax. Again inhale. Sound ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. Again deeply inhale. You probably ತುಂಬಾ ಕಮ್ಮಿ time. Your inhale is finishing in very short time. So that much only. You have to slow down the breath. See how I am breathing with the finger. Everything empty. No, so much time I was inhaling. So slow down your breath, pranayama. Like that. Finish that exhalation. Now again start inhaling. So try to slow the breath. So some of you in the class also, you're not lifting the chest. So you have to lift your chest up when you are inhaling. So first stomach fill, then chest fill, then lift the chest. So that upper position will come, bulging the chest has to come. Then exhale. Okay, that's better. Okay, try to control your breath with your fingers. Where is Anshuman? Is able to do it, Anshuman? You're able to do, no? Okay, who else is there? Sukeshi and all. Sukeshi, Anju is there. Himashri is there. Okay, try to slow down your breath. Other thing, important thing, like I told you while doing Surya Namaskara also I told you, for beginners. So you have to breathe with that movement and rhythm. So just showing that Trikonasana. Okay, I'm showing Trikonasana now. How to breathe. You can relax. Just sit. How to breathe during the asanas. So I'm just trying to do one side Trikonasana. So how the regulation of the breath happens, you can see. Exhale is over. Inhale is over. Exhale is over. Inhale over. Exhale is over. Now I have to start inhaling. One breath. Two breath. Three breath. Four breath. Five breath. Five and a half. Six. 6.5. How many breaths? ಎಷ್ಟು 7. Like that focus ಬರಬೇಕು. Every asana, all asanas. So now when I did this asana, no, really my mind relaxed. I don't feel that I did that asana only. So I feel relaxed and very, with lot of control I did that. So first thing is that you should know the steps. Steps ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬಹುದು. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. We are not looking that person, this person. Means we are not practicing with our mind. So we should know what are the steps first. Then when inhale start, when exhale start, when to look. All these things you should be programmed. Mind-nalli it should be programmed. Then very easy. So now I did exactly the way I am telling you. Whatever I did now. I inhale, take the leg, exhale, turn madide, inhale, spread madide, exhale, I went there. Then I took 5 breaths. Inhale, come up, exhale, turn, inhale, turn, exhale, bend. So try to practice with that awareness of breathing. Very important. Otherwise, simply wasting time. Okay, that is the focus on the breath while doing asanas. Okay. Anybody else having questions? Otherwise, I will go to some other asanas or pranayama, whatever I can explain. Another point is regarding Paschima Uttanasana. While doing Paschima Uttanasana, so initially the toes are pointed. Samasthiti, you have to sit like this. You don't have to arch like this. Keep it up. You don't have to lift your body. Keep your body straight. Okay. Ekam, inhale, take your hands up. And then while exhaling, keep the, see, munde nodkondi. See, I'm looking at the toe. Try to pull the body forward. Okay. Don't do rounding. Try to bring the body front. So it was an exhalation. Now inhale, look at the toe. Exhale, go down a little. Looking at the front. Inhale, try to catch heels if you can. Knee straight or above. Exhale, go down further. Try to bring chin down. Inhale, try to catch your interlock your fingers. In the middle, try to catch your little more forward. Knee straight, knee straight, knee straight. Now exhale, chest down. Chest, chest, chest. Good. Look at the toe. Last moment, put your head down. Head down, down, madi. Knee straight, knee straight. Now inhale, lift your arms up. Straight on the back. Point your toe, point your toe. Exhale, hands down. Samasthiti. Inhale, fold your legs. Exhale, sit Vajrasana. Vajrasana irbodu. Straight back. Straight, fully sit. Don't lift. Keep fully sit. Back straight, shoulder open, chest up. Inhale. Exhale. One, inhale ಮಾಡಿ. Exhale. 2. Inhale, stand up on the knee. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್, ಮಣುಕಾಲು ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. Catch your waist. You can do standing too, no problem. Exhale, catch your heels, push the hip forward. Hip ಮುಂದೆ. ಮೇಲೆಲ್ಲ ಡೌನ್ ಅಂದು, ಡೌನ್ ಕೈ ಡೌನು. And put your head back. Fully arch your back. If you can do sleeping toe, that's the best. Breathe slowly. 1. Breathing awareness ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. 2. Expand your lungs. 3, 4, 5. Now inhale, come up. Join the knees. Exhale, sit down. Inhale again. And exhale, Balasana. See how I moved? Other Balasana. Because head last, stomach first. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಚ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್, ಎಲ್ಲ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. Inhale, sit up. And exhale. Pain ಇದೆಯಾ ಈ ಕಡೆ? Paining here? Knee pain ಇದೆಯಾ? Right arm, left arm? From long time it's there. ಹೌದಾ? Okay. Inhale, sit to one side. Exhale, release your legs. Both the knees, only one knee? Left arm. Any injury ಏನಾಯ್ತಾ? Arthritis? Running? Jogging ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ? Okay. Prasad. Okay, so we have, I think it's already time, 5:40, some 5:42. Any other queries? Otherwise, we are going to close.
No, sir.
Okay, so we'll do with the closing prayer. Keep your hands in Dhyana Mudra. Yeah, close. Inhale, close your eyes. Inhale, arms up. No water, man. Exhale to heart center. Close your eyes. Inhale. Together. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gently bow down. Thank God. Come back. Thank you. Namaste. Bye. Take care. All of you join. Thank you.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Tanmaya, I want lot of improvement from you.
Okay.
For this one, though? For your daughter. Okay.
I told already given.
So you have to Tanmay disappeared. Gone. Already gone. No problem.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you. Bye, Paramita. Thank you, Sukeshi. Who else is there?
Bye, sir.
Bye, Anshuman. Bye, Himashri.
Sir, we
have Shilin.
have the 5:45 class, right, sir? Intermediate class.
It's there. Perfectly there.
I'll be joining, sir. I'll be doing 5:45 class.
Yeah. Okay, bye, all of you. Thanks for joining the class.
Yeah.
Thank you, Preeti Shanbhat. Thank you. Thank you. 5:45 ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದೆ ಇವಾಗ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದೆ 5:45 to 7 o'clock.
Last week, my is
150 I have to pay, and this 150, 300 I have to pay. I'll give in the after class. I'll give.
I told her already. I told you.
Hmm.
She's lazy.
Why she did not come today?
She's coming.
Coming, huh? Okay. Thank you, bye.
Naveen, I called up Naveen. I went today morning some other work.
Okay.
But doctor told me little bit pain is there.
Okay, okay.
So he may come